Bro, I gotta tell you about this movie I just rewatched, Get Out. You ever see something that feels real? Like, too real? That's this one. It starts out all cozy and normal, but by the end, you're sitting there like, oh hell no, what did I just watch? It's not monsters, it's not ghosts. It's people. And the scariest part? They smile while they're doing it. All right, buckle up. So there's this dude, Chris. Chill guy, photographer, got that laid-back artist energy. He's dating this girl, Rose. Sweet, confident, white. They've been together a bit, and she's like, come meet my parents this weekend. And Chris goes, cool, do they know I'm black? She laughs, says they'd vote for Obama a third time if they could. Sounds innocent, right? But if you know, you know. That's red flag energy, the kind that doesn't scream, it just hums in the background. They're driving to her parents' house, long roads, endless trees. You know that eerie middle-of-nowhere feeling? Like the world gets too quiet? Then out of nowhere, bam, they hit a deer. Chris walks over, looks at it breathing heavy on the ground. Eyes wide, still. Something about that moment sticks. It's not just sad, it's symbolic. You can feel it. Then the cop shows up and the vibe shifts. Officer asks for Chris's ID, even though Rose was driving. Chris moves to grab it like he's used to this kind of thing. But Rose, she snaps, all protective. You don't need to see his ID. On the surface, she's defending him. But deep down, it's performative, like she's used to these moments and how to play hero. You can feel that subtle imbalance. They pull up to her parents' place. Big, perfect, fancy house surrounded by trees. Her dad, Dean, comes out like, Chris, my man, I'd have voted for Obama a third time. He's trying way too hard. Her mom, Missy, is quieter. Therapist vibes. Calm voice, steady eyes. Then you see the staff, both black. Georgina, the maid, smiling like a mannequin. Walter, the groundskeeper, running the property like it's 1955. Their smiles don't match their eyes. You ever see that? When the expression says hi, but the eyes say help? That's them. Something in your gut tells you this ain't right. That night, Chris can't sleep. Goes outside for a smoke. You know, trying to clear his head. And then, out of nowhere, Walter comes sprinting straight at him. Full speed, silent, no warning, then veers off at the last second. Terrifying. He runs inside, shaken, finds Missy waiting with her tea. You smoke? She asks. That's bad for you. Next thing you know, she's stirring that spoon. Clink, clink, clink. The sound hypnotizes him. His eyes glaze. He starts sinking, falling backward into black nothingness. He's screaming, but only inside. Above him, Missy's face drifts away, tiny, distant. Welcome to the Sunken Place. Man, that image will stay with you. Floating, trapped, invisible. He wakes up the next morning, swears it was a dream. But Georgina, that maid, she's acting wrong. Smiling too long, eyes glassy, voice trembling like someone else is inside her. Then there's the party. Bunch of old white neighbors show up. Everyone's overly polite, complimenting his physique, saying things like, black is in fashion. It's like being at a car show where you are the car. Then he meets this other black guy. Finally, someone who gets it. But the dude talks like an old man from another era. Yes, it's quite lovely here. Bro, what? Chris takes a sneaky photo. Flash goes off. The guy freezes, nosebleeds, then screams, "Get out!" Get out? Whole party goes silent. That's when you feel it, the first real drop in your stomach. It's not awkward anymore. It's dangerous. And what Chris doesn't know, that party, it's not just a social gathering. It's an auction. A silent one. Under those polite smiles, people are bidding. Not on art, not on property, on him. The Armitages have been doing this for years, luring people like him to be sold off as hosts for the rich. Chris is done. He tells Rose they're leaving right now. She fumbles for the keys. "I can't find them." Her family's closing in, blocking the exits. He turns, sees her hand still in her bag, and says, "Rose, where are the keys?" She looks up, perfectly calm. "You know I can't give you the keys, right?" That line hits harder than any jump scare. Everything snaps into focus. She wasn't his girlfriend. She was the hunter. They've been doing this for years, luring people in, auctioning them off like property. They knock him out, tie him to a chair in the basement. TV flickers in front of him, some vintage film plays. The Coagula procedure. It's calm, sterile. A man's voice explaining how it works. 3 steps: hypnosis, surgical orientation, brain transplant. Rich people putting their minds into black bodies, keeping the host alive, but trapped. And that film's narrator? Grandpa Armitage himself, the man who once lost to Jesse Owens in the Olympics, jealous of that speed, that power, now obsessed with possessing it forever. That envy turned into a legacy of horror. Missy silences their minds. Dean cuts open their skulls. And Rose? She's the bait. But Chris? He's not going out like that. He rips cotton from the chair's arms, stuffs it in his ears. When the hypnotic sound starts again, he fakes it, plays dead. Then boom, he snaps free, grabs a weapon, fights back. It's brutal, loud, desperate. Every sound feels earned. Every hit feels like survival. He takes down Dean, sets the place on fire, bleeding but alive. He runs. Rose chases him with a rifle. Yeah, the same girl who used to say, "I love you." Now she's hunting him. Walter tackles Chris, but when Chris flashes his phone light, the flash wakes up the real Walter. For a split second, the man inside gets control. Because Walter isn't Walter. He's Grandpa Armitage, trapped in another man's body. And Georgina? That's Grandma. That's why their smiles never matched their eyes. Walter turns the gun on Rose and himself. It's tragic, but it's freedom. Chris stumbles away, breath ragged, blood everywhere. Then you hear sirens. Your stomach drops, 'cause you know what that means. Black man, bloody, surrounded by dead white people. But nah, it's not the cops. It's his best friend Rod from the TSA. "Man, I told you not to go to that white girl's parents' house." The whole theater breathes again. That's your pressure valve. And that's Get Out. It's not just scary, it's smart. It's about control, race, and how horror hides behind politeness, Jordan Peele turned social commentary into nightmare fuel. The scariest part? None of it feels that far-fetched. So yeah, next time someone's a little too nice and says, "My family's super open-minded," maybe, just maybe, get out. Thanks for hanging out, man. If this one gave you chills, hit that like button and share it. 'Cause these FTLs, they're just getting started. And trust me, the next one's even darker.